Good morning. How are you lot out there? Happy Thursday. Hope you've had a good week so far. I am doing upper body stretches with you today. So if you are feeling stiff and sore in the neck, shoulders and upper back, this is definitely going to be a day for you. And if you work a lot or you're in a position too much where you're slouching over, that might actually be the reason why you're getting pain in the neck and the shoulders. So I'm also going to help you out with that as well. And I usually like to do upper body stretches on Thursdays. So it gets its own dedicated day, and that means it gets its own dedicated day because there's a lot of complaints around that area. And I do know that, especially since a lot of us are working from home, or even not being able to do the commute to work means that you've got more time being stuck in one position. And then there's such a temptation also that people, because we've been working from home, that people aren't giving themselves breaks. So they're being interrupted throughout the day. I mean, most of you have got kids hanging around, so I mean, kids interrupt you 10 times for 3 minutes each, and you feel like you've lost your lunch break because you need to make that work time up. And actually that's not helping the stiffness and the soreness that's going on, especially around the neck, the upper back and the shoulders. And we hold so much stress there. So that, you know, sometimes because we hold a lot of tension up there, that's actually also where we can get backache, neck ache and shoulder ache from. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us could say that we're stressed right now. So maybe as soon as we're allowed to, you can go and treat yourself to a lovely neck and back massage. That would be beautiful. But until that can happen, you're going to stretch it out with me instead. Nice. What we're going to do here, so this day, today, you can either do it, I'd like to do it so that you can do it from your desk, because I know that so many of you are not going to get up to do this stretch. And sometimes when we're stuck there in our chairs, you might notice that you're feeling some achiness. So what you'll do is you will try to counter it, but actually what you're doing is forcing now your body into an exaggerated position, so you're not helping it really at all. You're just going to give it some extra stress there. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to loosen it nicely. And with these exercises, you can choose to do your own reps. I'd probably check it out around 10, but make sure you count in your own, because I am disastrous at counting. So I'll teach you a couple of mobilisations. You can sit down on your desk for this if you want to, but I'm always going to ask or recommend that you could get up, because literally a 3-minute break from your desk is actually awesome, because it's might even give you a new lease of productivity for a few more minutes to get that task done. And that's just from giving your eyes a little rest and giving your body a little change around in movement. So, shall we do it? Nice. What we're going to do here is, if you're standing, perfect. If you're sitting in your chair, just do make sure that you did sit in that chair properly before you started doing the stretches. And when I'm telling you to sit in that chair properly, what I mean is that you didn't just chuck yourself into it and that you're slouching over. Or what I want you to do is make sure that you've got great anchors and that you're actually going to sit your bum down in the chair rather than slumping down. You might find, I like to say, you're sitting on your bum and not your back. That does help some people there as well. So I'm just going to say a very good morning to everybody that is here already. Well done. Good morning. Perfect. Let's get on with these upper body mobilisations, or some stretches that you can do that are going to help you with your stiff, sore neck and aching shoulders, and that upper back stress that we're getting there as well. Most of the time it's due to immobility or holding yourself in the wrong way for too long. Let's do it. You're going to stand or sit, and we're going to start off by doing those nice little chin tucks, where we're going to have one good look down at the chest and then one good look up at the ceiling. This is a nice one to start with, and you might notice that when you do this, well, if you do have a stiff neck, you will definitely feel the tightness as you have a look down. Perfect. But it's also great as you go through this movement, just this movement, if you are feeling that tightness, by the time we get to rep 10, you're like, oh yeah, actually, that feels pretty good. Because it does, right? Nice. So I'm only going to do reps of 10 here. If you are really suffering, you could actually do reps of 10 and then try and do this whole sequence 3 times over. Or just have it in your routine so that you start doing it daily, because I mean, doing it once with me is going to get you a little bit of relief and you're going to feel like, yeah, she knew what she was talking about, that was great, I feel good. But most of the time, I'm changed, by the way, so I'm just going to quickly get in there. I'm now looking left to right with my neck, nice. But yes, it's best to do this more than just once a week with me, especially if you do suffer with neck, shoulders and back. And that's because you can't really, although you feel a little bit of relief whilst we do this, that is not going to be a permanent relief for forever. We need to keep practicing these so that our neck gets that movement that it's been longing for. Yeah, love it. We'll do 10 again there. Nice, I hope someone was counting because I wasn't. Love it. We'll do 10. And also notice that if you do hang out with me Monday to Friday, that I do love to do this mobilisation. I'm now drawing little half circles from shoulder to shoulder. I do this mobilisation, these first 3, literally every day. It's in my Monday morning mobilisation stretch, and it's a great place to start. I'm always starting with the neck. Love it. Some great rotations there. Once you've done 10, where you're going to go from shoulder to shoulder at the bottom, we're going to draw half moons now up the top, again from shoulder to shoulder. One thing that I do see that we could be better at is people that love to get their body involved. So you almost feel like, oh, my shoulders might come and meet me. I mean, I'm exaggerating this movement, but you'll get what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. When you do stuff like this, you're taking that point of the stretch away. You're trying to help yourself out by giving yourself a cheat. And if you do notice that you're doing that, the one thing that I always go back to is how good is that form? And you can always sort that out by making sure you've got some great anchors, great bum, great core, and then you'll notice that your body is actually way more stable and way more in control when you do these movements. Perfect. So we've done 10 there. Nice. Yes, let's move on and do those shoulders. So what we're going to do next is we're going to have our hands. I've just clasped them together and I think I'm going to face them into me for a moment. I am. Love it. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach up. As I reach up, I'm going to turn my palms out and I'm going to press my palms up there to the ceiling. Now, I don't want you to get your back involved. There shouldn't be none of this going on. We've got great anchors, we've got great glute, and we've got great core engagement. Nice. And all we're doing is seeing how far the shoulders are happy to move backwards. You're going to feel great stretch in them shoulders when you do that. And then from here, we're going to turn those hands back in, and I want you to go for a reach over with those shoulders, and you're going to suck your belly button in at the same time. Round it, round it, round it. Nice. Then you're going to take it back up, we're going to turn those hands out, and again we're going to press it up to the ceiling. We don't get our back involved, so I don't need to see any of that flexion going on. We're just always going to stand completely straight. Love it. Nice. We're going to do that again where we're going to turn it out. We're going to reach it over and suck our belly buttons in. Nice. Perfect. And then we're going to do that again. Up there. Perfect. And we're not putting our back into it. We're just having a good old stretch. You can do that one maybe 4 or 5 times. People that work at a desk love this one. Nice. We'll do one more. Perfect. Put my little heater on because I was feeling sorry for myself. Because it's a tiny bit cold in here and it's literally burning my legs off now. Nice. So I'm going to have a little reach over. I'm going to curve it over. I'm going to suck my belly button in. Perfect. Love it. And then you can bring those hands back down. You'd have felt some great movement in the shoulders there. And what we're going to do next is just finish off with a little bit more mobilisation. So what we're going to do is you can either have your hands down by your sides or you can have them here. But we're going to move in for some shoulder rolls. Now when I've been teaching this before, I have seen people that love to get their necks involved in this movement. But we don't sink our head into our shoulders. We are rolling our shoulders up to our necks and pushing it all the way back. Nice. Nothing to do with that neck. Nice. We'll do 10 rolls this way. 9 and 10. And then you're going to bring it back. Nice. And if you do feel like you do shrug or get your necks, or if you shrink your head into your shoulders, it can be quite hard not to do that. Then you are going to focus on your anchors, those heels, a good bum squeeze and a good core squeeze as well. Love it. 10 of them. Nice. We are going home. Morning, Sham. I can tell that you're here. My little feed goes crazy when Sham's here. She loves to give me all the love hearts. I love to see all the love hearts and make my day. So just one here to finish off. I think I'm just going to do one more. We're just going to pop our fingertips gently on our elbows. Nice, very gently. What we're going to do is we're going to give that bum and that core a good little squeeze. Fingertips only. We're going to have a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, I want you to see if there's any movement to be had in them shoulders. So I am not pulling them or manipulating them with the tips of my fingers. I'm just having a deep breath out. I'm going to see if I've got any movement in them shoulders to go back. And I'm going to hold that there. Love it. Nice. 3, 2, perfect. Well done. You notice when we did that stretch, it's more at the front of the shoulders. And actually this, if you do have this kind of ache that's going on around here, that is actually perfect for it because that's a great pec stretch. And sometimes without us even knowing it, this can be the reason why you are feeling sore neck and a sore back up the top. And that's because we all love to slope our shoulders in. And if you follow me a lot, you'll know that I've tried to explain before how we get the sore back and sore hips is by because most of the time we're sat in this position, which means that we have to elongate our muscles here, and that they're very short here because we're always sat in this pinched position. But it actually applies to those shoulders as well. You think most of us, without even knowing it, we're shrugging our shoulders, which means that this is always short and this is always long. So it's good to look after those as well. And it's also good to notice if you have your shrugging shoulders, if you notice that they've come in, it's important that you're going to stick your chest up to the ceiling. We're going to get our shoulders back. We're always going to check that that rib cage is over the belly button, and we're always going to slide our neck back like I taught you yesterday. And that is going to sort out your upper body form, and hopefully you'll be able to have a much better day for it. And as I was saying, if you practice these daily, you will feel such a difference if you usually wake up with stiff, sore, achy neck, shoulders and chest. Check it out, give it a go, and tell me that you love it. And I'll say a quick good morning to everybody. Oh lovely, we've got some great people here this morning. Good morning. Morning Phil, Paul, Mason, I haven't seen you for years. Sham as well, of course, my little Sham's here. Is that someone else? Good morning, Marco, there he is. Perfect. I'm so pleased that you guys have all tuned in this morning, and I do hope that you did join me for those stretches, especially if you haven't been feeling amazing around the neck and the shoulder area. Please do let me know about it if you have been doing them with me, not just for me, just so that everybody else that's like, well, who is this girl, what's she doing here all the time? But then there'll be evidence that someone's actually done it and it feels great, and they're going to keep doing it. If you do love my videos and you do know that they work, please do give it a share, because there's people out there that could probably really benefit from doing a couple of minutes of movement with me and they don't even know about it. Yes. Love it. Well, okay, my guys, if you have any questions for me, please feel free to ask while I'm here. If you're watching later on and you've got questions, don't be scared. Give me a message or write me a comment and I will get back to you. I hope you all have a very beautiful day, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow for my special pain topic. Sham, you're so great. Thank you for all my love. And I will see you all tomorrow at 9 AM. Goodbye.